All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another cast with Trend Following Tyson. And let's take a look at this August cast. So let's close out August and let's see where we should be. So it's been a beautiful month, beautiful year for trend followers, for anyone, especially if you're sticking to your process. But in my opinion, it's been a beautiful year, and we don't trade news, so we're not really worried about what Trump says. So in my opinion, these markets are what you make of them. So let's take up a word from one of the trend following gods, Richard Dennis. And you guys know he's one of the original turtle traders who got the turtle trader started, and from that just a lot of beautiful stuff happened. Michael Marcus and Ed CYTK came out of that beautiful turtle trading realm. Okay, so let's take up some from Richard Dennis. A good trend following system will keep you in the market until there's evidence that the trend has changed. Okay, so it's self-explanatory. While we're in the positions that we're in, we should be in them because there's evidence that there's no evidence that the trend has changed. Okay, so trading decisions should be made as unemotional as possible. So right, of course, like part of the reason we're doing homework now, we're looking at some of the stocks in an unemotional state. We're not trading the markets, and we're looking at where we should be getting in and where we shouldn't be. We're looking at entries, looking at stocks, When you have a position, you put it on for a reason, and you've got to keep it until that reason no longer exists. Like I said, let the gods speak. All right, that's self-explanatory why we're in positions now and why we're still having the same ones. APPS, ENPH, TNDM. You know, I don't want to hear people that are asking like, hey, why does he keep talking about this, that, and the third? Well, according to Richard Dennis, one of the best turtle traders in the world, one of the best trend followers in the world, and who from him inspired one of the greatest traders in the world ever on recorded history, which is this man, Ed CYTK, which was taught by this man, Michael Marcus. All right, so trend following, beautiful stuff, okay? All right, so we're in these positions. Let's ride them out until the end of the year. In my opinion, we don't know what's gonna finish strong, what's gonna finish the best. But in my opinion, I think gold is gonna probably finish stronger than a lot of stuff. Okay, so they're gonna see some gold stuff coming up on my charts. I don't like to trade. A lot of times, I don't like to trade certain type of individual markets just because they don't have as much reward and as much room as I like for them to have, which stocks do, but that's okay. That's not what we're doing. We're still riding. We're still playing what we should be. We're still trading and sitting where we should be. Believe me or not, you guys, I went through a whole cast a little bit ago and realized that there was an issue, and I had to do this whole thing over again. So that just goes to show you, man, you got to have some resilience when you're in this field. You can't be someone that cries about everything and that quits at the drop of every dime. All right, because I've done plenty of casts and that you guys never heard that I've had to go back and redo. So here we are, AGI, just keeping it real. AGI, all right, this is out of that gold thing. Remember I told you guys a lot of gold stuff going to be sitting strongest, sitting up the best. All right, so there's still a lot of room in this AGI, all right, and I think that over this thing was going to make another kind of like a breakout level over 675, over 765, 775. AGI, I like that thing for continuation. APPS, don't tell me anything about why are we doing anything. You just heard Richard Dennis say when you put on a position, you have to keep that position until your reason for having that position is no longer valid. And obviously, let me make another point. If you pull up bar chart, this stock is if you go to bar chart, top signal strength and top signal direction, but mostly in top signal strength, this is going to be one stock that's going to pull up. Okay, APPS, I like this thing long. You guys know we looked at all this stuff back here over it breaking out. Man, look, this is how far. God, show you guys how efficient we are in this trend following. What we're doing for trend following right now. I can go back and show you the publishings that we made on APPS about it possibly breaking out over this level. I cleaned the chart up a whole bunch so you can't see all of it now. Okay, I cleaned these charts up. We made a publishing on this thing about when the stock was right here about March or whatever this was, and we were wondering, was it going to pop out and break above this level? Okay, that was just take this whole part of the chart completely off. Take this completely off. All right, this whole portion of the chart doesn't exist. When we were making our speculations on this stock breaking out of this area, okay? This didn't even exist, none of this. And we've more than doubled ourselves. We were doing this at $3. This is gonna be an $8 stock soon, or it's headed towards 8. So, you know, one of the best in this business, and I don't need no one to tell me shit about that. So ATEC, see, all right, let's see. This is medical appliances. I don't like the medical appliances realm that much, but here we are. You just can't deny stock for what it's doing, though. Okay, you could. I passed up a quote on Richard Dennis. That reminded me, I passed up a quote on Richard Dennis, and I didn't keep going forward. If I would have went forward about 2 or 3 more quotes, there was a quote in there that said, you can trade a market without even knowing the name of it. That's all he said. You can trade a market without even knowing the name of it, okay? So it doesn't matter that we're trading medical appliances or this, that, and the third. It's just trading the uptrend. We're trading the chart. I like this thing long. Stop myself out below 550, ATEC. I just wanted to make you guys a valid point because, you know, there's no need of me just rambling without us learning anything. All right, so CPRX, shouts out to Stock God and to Reese Trader, Bat Scientist, everyone that joined us last night in Stock Talk. Very, very, very good stuff there. CPRX, I like it breaking out over this major level on the yearly chart, and it's also sitting in that same place on the 5-year chart. So in the 5-year, boom, okay, major price. If that thing can get through that, all right, then we're on for continuation. CPRX, I like it long now. Stop yourself out below 550, below the last major support level, okay, for a trend. CVRS, I like this thing long. Remember I told you guys, let's learn something really fast. Even though a stock may look like this, do not count an uptrend out. We're in an uptrend for a reason. Even if we start buckling, maybe Trump was tweeting or something stupid right here, okay? So never count an uptrend out. So I started buying this thing here, and boom, I doubled my price. I doubled my position already. Actually, I bought it around 230, 225 or something like that. And so I'm already almost doubled in my price. I actually doubled myself already, okay? So boom, CVRS, ENPH, one of the better looking stocks out of all stocks on the whole entire market right now. I don't give a damn about what anyone says about that, but what do we do here? We trade clean charts, okay? We trade for the cleanness of things, okay? So all right, so boom, ENPH, boom, beast mode. You know, guys know I'm up 19 points here, you guys, 19 points. And of course we made a publishing about, if I go back, and I don't want to do that, you guys should have watched my last show and you would have seen what I posted about ENPH, about it busting out of this level and it going in beast mode, and us saying to buy it back at 250 because it was curling in price. Back at 250 when it was curling in price. When this thing started curling here, making this rounding bottom structure my favorite structure, my opinion, the best trend following signal to get into a major trend, boom, we were buying this thing back here. You can go back and see, dude, we were buying this thing back here. All right, look, just take this part of the chart off. Like I said about APPS, just take this part from, see this dotted line up here? Take all this off for the chart. We were looking at it here and here. And why? Because we were seeing, what do I say? I said if prices reverse, they like to go back and start knocking domino effect to the left. And I said this thing may be trying to knock this over. And we did way more than knock that over. But we're not done. Okay, so whoa, man, that thing is at its all-time highs, okay? And that's coming out of the solar industry. Solar panels is one of the best solar company panels. And I heard Kramer talking about sell ENPH now, this and that, I seen his posts on Twitter. Listen here, man. Did Kramer tell you to buy this thing at 250 and to hold it until the trend is done? Did he tell you to buy it at 15 and 18? Because that's another time we told you buy this thing at 15, 18. When we gapped up in price here, we were saying buy it again. Way before we got over here. All right, so we don't listen to Kramer, because Kramer didn't tell us to get in, so Kramer can't tell us when to get out of here. And we're not talking about buying stocks because fundamentals and news and this and that. We could buy stocks like Richard Dennis said. Listen to the greats. Don't listen to these clowns. Listen to the greats, the people that have recorded history, okay? Factual history. All right, so ENPH, long and strong. Take a look at ROKU. Take a look at ROKU, okay? Remember, if you guys go back to another show, the other show was about a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, when ROKU was back over here breaking out of this. What did I just tell you guys about this rounding structure? Prices trying to round themselves out. This is what caught our attention, was this. And we were saying we should buy ROKU here, and boom, look at what happened, all right? So obviously, we know exactly what we are talking about. ROKU looking in beast mode, and we're gonna do nothing. You should do nothing but sit there. If you bought it here and if you started buying it here, you're up about 80 points. That's just unheard of. It's ridiculous. So good trading there. Classic, just some of the best stuff, man, that we can offer anybody, okay? That you know, you can offer yourself. CYTK. I always get this thing mixed up. All right, halfway decent on CYTK, and I like for it to kind of continue itself out and break through that. All right, I like for it to continue through and see what happens here and get through 14. So take it long now, stop yourself out below 1223. Okay, I like what we're doing with CYTK, and we've been looking at that for some time. That's not the first time that thing came up on here. PAYS, just another stock that's in beast mode, if you ask me, in complete beast mode. This thing, PAYS. All right. And I like it, you know, but like I said, like I just told you guys, if we're in an uptrend, we're in an uptrend for a reason, okay? So buy this thing now and stop yourself out below 13, all right? See if we start gathering ourselves up, candles might start coming in, and this uptrend might just start finishing itself up. Sometimes what I heard from the chartist, I think it was Tom Canfield, it was on Twitter, he said sometimes charts just start fulfilling themselves out in certain ways, and they're just waiting for things to come. Like this thing could be waiting on earnings to push it through the rest of this, and sometimes stocks just happen to work themselves out in a certain way and start fitting certain patterns until certain things happen and certain dates and events happen, and I don't know, but it all folds out into a very, very nice unfolding of a thing. And that's maybe, I've seen it happen so many times. It's like a stock's in a perfect uptrend, and I'm like, God, why are we pulling back here and you're having trouble setting the next higher high, but we were in a beautiful uptrend? And then a few days go by and oh crap, earnings are right here, and boom, it gives it the juice it needs to get past those last higher highs. Then it goes, chart keeps going for another 6 months, and God, why are we having trouble setting this last higher high here? And next thing you know, boom, news comes out, okay, pushes the stock. All right, so it just don't question anything. Just ride the chart. Just ride this ebb and flow of the market. Ride the ebb and flow of what a stock's doing. Ride that wave. When Ed Psychota said riding waves, this is exactly what he's talking about. Riding these waves. That's exactly what we mean, okay? Speaking of rounding bottoms and rounding structures, again, what did I tell you guys about RUBI? We were looking at RUBI too, how many earlier in the year? Way past this point. Way before 2019, we were looking at RUBI in 2018 when it was doing this, when it was getting through this area and this structure. All right, now look at this, dude. Look how long we were looking at RUBI back in early 2018. Listen to me. Take this part of the chart off, all this off. See this point? Moving forward, take it off. We were looking at it when it was barely rounding, starting to knock down prices over here and over here. We were looking at it when it was barely getting through this. This was the main point on the chart. And I said, God, it looks like this thing's starting to round and it wants to knock over this price here. And we've decimated that. All right, we're just some of the best, man. In my opinion, just some of the best in this. And RUBI just still in beast mode. Still in beast mode. SPWR. I don't know what else to tell you guys. SPWR, you know, get into this rounding thing. Let's learn something, because I like to learn if we're going to be here and we're going to do something. So remember what I told you guys. Very strong trajectory, 2 o'clock trajectory here inside of a stock showing some strength here. All right, and then when you pan out, you need to understand, when you panned out, the picture should be more clearer to you. So here we are. Look at this rounding thing. Obviously, price is trying to reverse down here. And then boom, look at this. What I tell you guys about stocks that are kind of don't make any sense. They do irrational behaviors. So we gap down. Look at this, and we totally gapped up in the same exact place. Look at this this red candle here, and go all the way to the right of it. And look at this over here. That's why I said the patterns. I just let the chart and the patterns tell me exactly. So, and look what happened. Isn't that so odd how we moved ourselves? Here came earnings. Earnings came in an exact placement to pop it through this exact part in the chart. The earnings here were a total reversal and a failure to put it here, and these earnings were a total reversal to push it through here. Okay, all right, so don't tell me shit about following trends. All right, so SPWR, one of the better stocks on the market, and we'll look at switch and we'll get out of here. SWCH looking really good, man. All right, some of these trends we've been looking at for some time, and we're just still riding them out. Beast mode. Okay, some people are like, I wonder how Ed Psychota ever got to 2,000% in his career, 200,000% in his career. It's true. That's why I got done just telling you guys when we opened up the show. I said Ed Psychota's one of the best traders in all of trading, period, in the record of trading. Ed Psychota is over 200,000% in his career. All right, points back, like, you know, back on 200,000%. Okay, and you're like, that's untrue. How could that be possible? If you guys look at us, look at what we're doing here using simple trend following techniques, and we're up 100, 200% on certain stocks, ENPH, APPS, and that brings to show me something before we finish the show. Tell you guys something before we finish the show. Another stock that I'm still long in my portfolio. Does anybody remember this? Like I said, you guys can go back on my earlier shows and see how long ago were we saying buy TNDM. Did Kramer tell you that? Or is he going to tell you to get out? Are you going to listen to Kramer still? Come on, dude. We were buying TNDM back here. Way back here. When we saw it rounding, knocking over these prices. Matter of fact, we were getting ready to knock this over. And I said, whoa, this thing possibly may be trying to knock this over. And I said, and if it really starts to look good, it's going to probably try to eat up these prices in here. And I said, this risk to reward scenario that we're dealing with, when the prices were down here and over here, 7 and 8, I said, we're risking this bottom portion from this low level, but Jesus Christ, if this thing continues to round and starts eating up this chart, what's going to happen is unheard of. All right? So, man, some of the best trading, in my opinion, period, is what we're dealing with here. All right? So, let's go ahead, guys. I'll see you guys soon. We'll go ahead and I'll see you guys for September. We'll see where we should be and where we shouldn't be, okay? The market's going to tell us. The chart's going to tell us. Everything's going to tell us. It's not no rocket science. We'll find out where we should be sitting at and where we should not be sitting at. And we'll go from there, okay? TNDM, man, possibly, you know, man, have some patience, guys that are trading TNDM. I know there's some people trading. I'm still long this thing. I don't have a really large position, but I'm still long this thing. Recent green spike here. Once we get over 72, 73, 74, 75, guys, whoa, Nally, we could start taking back something. This is going to be my record-breaking trade right here, guys. This is going to be a record. If we get anywhere near 100, man, this is record-breaking for me. I've never, ever bought a stock at $7, $8, $9 and sold it at a freaking 100, dude. Now go see if Timothy Sykes did that. He's probably still talking about last time dries ran to whatever it did. All right, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about trend following methods from greats. We're doing greatness here. This is greatness. We're letting these trend following legends speak here. All right, and we're doing actually everything that we're doing that they said that would happen and that we're doing is all factual. Okay, so I'll see you guys here in September, and we'll be in beast mode. We ain't gonna miss nothing. If things are going up, believe me, we'll be right there to know what's going up. All right, see you guys soon. Trade safe, happy trend following, protect your ass. Doesn't matter what side of this market you're trading. Like I told my buddies, it's like a football team. There's quarterbacks, there's running backs, there's deceivers, there's offensive linemen, defensive linemen. I mean, all those guys make the football game what it is. All these traders in different positions make this trading field what it is. But the thing that I say, if you're gonna be a quarterback, if you're gonna be a running back, you be the best quarterback, you be the best running back, okay? If you're gonna be a trend follower, you be the best trend follower. If you're gonna be a day day trader, you be the best day trader. Make sure you etch your name in stone with the rest of these greats when it's all said and done. All right, I'll see you guys soon.